Welcome back to the Conrad Blacksmithing channel. Today we are making a big old splitting axe, kind of like this one, but way bigger. Summer's here and it's about time to get ready for the winter. So we need to be splitting some firewood, and this beast is gonna split whatever you want. So stay tuned to see the custom of the week made. First heat on this guy. Lot of steel here. Going for a very large axe. If you've ever forged S7 before, you know this press is definitely struggling, but it's doing really well for what it is. Okay, I'm gonna keep it hot. Got some good shaping done though. Back in the forge. All right, we're going straight to the half round dies on this one. Tell you what, forging this much steel just exponentially increases the difficultness. But it's worth it to get a massive axe. I think this billet is 8 pounds. I'm hoping that it turns out maybe 6.5 pounds with a polished surface finish back in the forge. Oh boy, that is hot. I lost all the hair on my fingers yesterday from pulling out an 8-pound billet. Just felt like it burned off whatever was left. Okay, we're doing half on, half off here. Increase your pounds per square inch by reducing surface area contact. Man, there's a lot of steel. Oh. That's my drop for the day. Speaking of that, I had a hot axe hit my toe. That was not fun, but my toes are okay. When you're working with a lot of steel, keep it hot, but I just noticed a little inconsistency right here, so I want to fix that. Okay, now we'll heat it back up. Alrighty. It's going to be a really interesting billet to punch because it is so tall. It's very easy to get these tall billets off center on the eye. All right, I think we're ready to go back to the flat dies. It's looking like a pancake. Sometimes the forge likes to reach out and kiss you. Let's get this pancake turned into a rectangle. Usually billets start out a little bit more squarer than this. This one, on the other hand. But usually I start out with the flat dies a little bit more, so it's easier when I get to the drawing dies. But not on this one, because we're not wasting time today. All right, back to the forge. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Get another heat in on this guy. This thing is very tall. Very tall. This might get a little out of hand, folks. Okay, now get that thing a little bit shorter. I think I like that. I'm not too worried about precision on a big billet like this, just because it's going to end up, the amount of forging I'm going to do after, I'll be able to do whatever I want. Just make sure it's nice and straight and tall. On to punching. guys may have seen, I used this die set to punch the last axe and kind of talked a little bit about it. Some of the improvements Coal Iron Work has made to these. Now that I have some time on it, I can say that I like this a lot. I've been using this punch stripper ever since I got it. I haven't used my old one anymore. It's just, this thing is awesome. And I also use the punch die because they wanted me to test that, but usually what I do is just make my own punches and weld them to the top. I don't deal with any set screws or anything like that. But this is a change-out system to where you can undo this set screw, pull this punch out, and put a different punch in, and I like that a lot. And they had this design when I first bought this press, and I bought the dies, and I did not like the punch die at all because it just didn't stay. The set screw didn't hold it. But they designed the set screw differently, so now it is holding really great. I have punched a few axes with this already and it hasn't moved. It's not loose at all, and that's really awesome. Their axe eye punch is very good actually. They have the proper grind on it to help with centering and everything, keeping it straight, cutting through the material. I like it a lot. Just to say that, I like it a lot. I like the punch stripper, and I like the punching die. I still use this punch for my full-size axes just because I need a bigger punch. But for anything mid-size, I'll be using this from now on. I just like it a lot. Good on you guys, Coal Iron Works. I appreciate you guys sending that to me and letting me test it out for you. Yeah, and I will be in touch with any improvements that need to be made in the future, because there's always stuff to fix. So yeah, let's get to punching this thing. Alright, I won't say much on this heat because I gotta focus. Get it hot the next punching. Another thing with this new die set is the stripper die is much taller, so I can actually punch these tall billets. With the old die, I could not punch a billet this tall at all. Punch cool. Looks like my plug is splitting instead of shearing on the edges. Let's see how that's going to go. Whew. That one was tight. I guess I sharpened my punch too much and just split it like a slitting chisel. Just split it right open. Huh. Clean hole, but no plug. Wow. The pole is a little bit long right now, a little bit thick. That's all right. We're just kind of forging, and whatever comes out is what comes out. I just know it's going to be a big splitting axe. There we go. Back in the fire. See if we can't get some work done. Got the billet nice and hot. Going half on, half off with these drawing guides. Alrighty, that's nice. We'll move up in drift size next heat. Smooth everything out. Make it look pretty. A little bit more. There we go. Back in the fire. Next drift up. Make sure to keep it straight. Always keep it straight, folks. A little bit of half on, half off action. I need a 100-ton press for this crap. This rag cleared out. On to the next one. Drifting to the other side now. Oh boy, don't you dare. Looking good. Get that thing out of there. Back in the pot. Looking good. Actually, that thing is hot. Now, we can start working on the bit. Get some real work done, make this thing look like an axe. All right, we're doing some bit forging here. Figure out what side I want the bottom to be. And it's this side. We're going for tallness on this one. The bit needs to be like 7 inches. Maybe 6.5, I don't know. When you're forging, you kind of want to focus on developing a process for everything. Because really, it doesn't matter what axe I'm forging. I'm using the same process for everything. I use the same sequence of squeezes to shape every bit. It always works the same. And that's how I get axes that kind of look like they were made by me instead of made by someone else. You get your own touch on everything, and also you get faster, so it's very nice. Develop a process and just keep doing it over and over again to where it's mostly memory. And then you'll be like me, and you don't even have to think about any of this. I'm just kind of moving my hands. I'm not really thinking. But yeah, next heat, I'm going to continue that. It's going to be done soon. Okay. Always got to practice your dropping skills. Sometimes on these big axes it's hard to tell where to put material, so you just got to kind of guess. I'm not sure exactly what this guy's going to look like, but it'll sure be big, I know that. Okay, heat it back up. Just kind of taking this slow. I don't want to go too far on the bit and make it not a splitter, but we're just going to take her slow and easy. Okay, we're working the bit, just the edge here. Just repeating the process. Keep doing what you need to do. See, I have my process, and I'm just, same thing every heat. Gotta trust it. But you gotta have vision, just like with life. You gotta envision where you're going, and I gotta envision where this thing's going and take it there. There's your motivation for the day. Get you a vision and take yourself there. Now let's do some grinding. lined up. Try not to screw everything up by mixing your tongs. Oh, jeez, can't get a good grip. Greatest steel for axles. 6 pounds, 11 ounces. We're gonna color 6.5. The weight in pounds, and then the weight in quarters above that. So 6 2/4. If you went to middle school, that would equal 6.5 pounds. And this thing is forged. That's upside down. This thing will split whatever you want. 6.5 pounder here. I'm always a little generous with steel, so I'll call it 6.5. It'll probably end up 6 pounds, 9 ounces, or 10 ounces. Because I just like to be generous. Good feeling, Batman.
I like that you're gonna have a cowboy hat halfway through this video.
Heck yeah! Went to town halfway through the video. Gotta get my cowboy hat. It's straw season. All right, so we're making we're doing a 6.5 pound splitter. So I usually do straight handles because curves are not ideal. We'll do a straight handle. Try and buy your boards, people, when you're making, if you're buying boards for handles and you're cutting your own handles, buy the boards at a similar time that you'll be making the handle, because they will crack. Like right now in Idaho, 2 weeks ago it was cold, and today it is hot. It's hot. And my boards are cracking. So now we gotta mitigate all that. Gotta cut the cracks out. Because I bought these boards like 3 weeks ago when it was still cold and humid, and now it's dry and hot. All right. Getting this thing all knifed up. This stuff is real dry. It's been hot and dry, so this stuff is peely rather than cutty. So this hickory is super dry right now. Got some good contact there, as you can see. Nice and pretty. Got a 6.5 pound head on a 26-inch handle. I don't know, you can use it for whatever you want. Split and kindling, you know. Me and Lane were just talking about if one of you guys has like a 11-year-old that's like 180 pounds, he can swing a 6.5 pound axe. Great gift. Actually, that's a really great gift, because that'll work him out, get him fit. He's bulking right now, and this axe will bring him to his cut, you know, show all the muscles off. Or if you're just a really short dude and you need an axe that looks regular in your hands, this is for you. wedges. Look at that little guy. You want to say, look at that little guy, but it's still a big axe. All right. Perfect wedge thickness. Good and straight. So what I'm seeing is a little tip for you people who hang axes, is this is getting tight in the front first. I have space in the back here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that half on, half off like this, crack the wedge, and hammer the back end deeper. Because you want it to go as deep as it can every way. So I'll hammer the front end as far as I can and then break it in half. So there, I just kind of hit it in half right there. And that's okay, nothing bad's gonna happen about that. So now I'll just kind of trade off sides, hit it each one in, and they'll tighten each other. So now it's flush. Hammer this side in. Now they're both super tight. Sucker is spread wide. This handle ain't ever coming loose. This thing is just like, whew. She's done, guys. The shorty but thick girl is done. 6.5 pounds of S7 on the end of this 26-inch stick. Gonna split like a dream. If you're really short, this is very useful for you. I would swing this thing just for the fun of it because it's so light because of the short handle. It'd actually be good for kindling. If you find a use for this, you can buy it if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. But this will be listed on my website at 6 p.m. today, Friday, if you're seeing this the same day it's uploaded. Pretty sweet splitter here. Definitely gonna split whatever you need. The Short King axe. See you guys next week.